You ready to take off?
Yeah, I know, right? Totally.
Either that or order the tacos.
Drive-through window?
Yeah. I'll get the great one, light, no sugar. Back in the day.
For sure.
Are we looking at the camera?
We don't have to, no. I mean, I just do it out of probably force of habit
Yeah.
more than anything else. But we'll just have a quick conversation, like
Yeah,
like
awesome.
last year.
It's all good?
Yes, I'm ready to go, yep. Okay, welcome back with Jay Calnan, founder, board member of Team Impact,
yep,
co-founder,
co-founder,
board member. I know, Dan Kraft would yell at me.
Yeah,
if he heard
yeah.
that. So,
Me too.
But given what this has become, did you imagine it would be this big and this successful? And I would imagine you are pinching yourself in some ways about how successful this has all been.
It is amazing. It's truly amazing. When we first started, the intent was really to help a handful of kids. You know, we can get 10, 15, maybe 20 kids where we can impact their lives, hence the name. And when we first got to the 20th kid, it started to really take root. And before you know it, we're up to 200 kids. And today, we've got over 4,000 kids in the program that have been drafted since the first day we started. It has come a long way. It's absolutely incredible. What's amazing, though, is early on, we realized how impactful it was for the student athletes. We didn't see that when we first got started. All we wanted to do is help these kids and their families. And as we've learned over the years, Team Impact isn't just about a sick kid and a college athletic team. It's really celebrating the essence of mutually beneficial relationships. And that's really what life's all about. If you want to be in a healthy relationship or any type of relationship with your community, your company, your faith, right, your life partner in any capacity, it has to be mutually beneficial. And we've instilled that through Team Impact, the value of relationships with these student athletes. And they take that and they go on into the world and they do some amazing things. So we've been blown away as to how mutually beneficial it has been for the sick children and their families, but even more importantly at times, the student athletes and the leadership skills they're taking with them for the rest of their lives.
And I think that has been evident here tonight, just speaking with some of these kids that are, they get as much or more out of the experience as the children who are paired with the teams.
Yeah, isn't it incredible?
I imagine you want to just keep going. You want the number to keep getting higher. The more kids involved with the more programs, the better for everyone. Is that the idea?
Well, that is part of the problem that we have as a board and the staff and the leadership of the organization. It's addictive. Like when you see the impact to these children and their families, and then you see the impact to the student athletes, you want to do more. And the community continues to get bigger. We've grown all across the country. We have regional offices now all throughout the United States. The next evolution for us, frankly, is to partner with a handful of corporations that are going to benefit from having the mutual brand, where we're aligning those corporations with the student athletes who are the future leaders of tomorrow. And those corporations can help us create more awareness. The insane thing is that as the organization continues to grow, we have a waiting list of teams. Think of how many sick kids are out there that just don't know of the program that we could help if we could just create more notoriety and more branding around Team Impact, so that the more people know about it, the more kids we get. The more kids we get, the more we draft onto teams. And currently, we have a 200-300 team wait list all across the country. So we're looking to partner up with a few corporations that are going to help us get it to the next level, help us create more awareness, and help us find more of those families who have sick children who would benefit from the program.
So you literally have schools and universities lining up.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. As we go into different college campuses, we draft a kid onto Northwestern women's basketball, and every other Northwestern team wants a kid. We have great traction in the Chicago community. We're Boston-based, but we have great roots in Chicago and the Midwest, but there's only so many kids we can access through word of mouth. Unfortunately, you can't go into children's hospitals and say, give us a list of sick children. They have HIPAA laws and other ways that you have to work around. But the more awareness we create through doing events like this, the more kids we find. The more kids we find, the more we could attack that waiting list. Because you go to Chicago, then you go to Loyola. There's so many colleges out there. Before you know it, every team wants a kid. And our goal went from 10 kids, maybe 20 kids that we can impact their lives, to now the goal is to at some point someday, if you have a college athletic team anywhere along the NCAA, you're going to have a team impact kid.
That it's a
That's the
given that
goal.
there's a match.
That's the match, right?
Okay.
That's where we're going.
And I'm sorry, before we let you go, just tell me a little bit about this event. This is your signature event.
Yeah, this
every
is
year.
every year, and it's amazing to see over 1,200 guests coming in, supporters. A lot of these people have been here since day one, and every year it gets bigger. This is our 13th annual Game Day Gala. It's amazing that it's gotten to this point. It's one of the bigger events in the city, if not the biggest, and it brings the business community, the medical community, the athletic community all together to celebrate, again, the mutual benefit in the relationship between a sick kid and their family and a student athlete. Because as you've learned talking to the student athletes over the years, they get as much, if not more, than the sick kids and their parents.
It's really, I know I keep saying this to you. It's amazing what it's become. I remember when this was just starting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Years and years ago, and I still regret not having been more involved early on in the process. But you really all deserve a tremendous amount of credit for helping build it into what it is and what hopefully it will become.
Yeah, well, thank you. We're very grateful that you got involved at this stage, a few years back, and what you're doing for us tonight. This is how the word gets spread. So, Tony, thank you very much.
Oh, likewise,
for everything.
please. It's been amazing.
Yeah,
So,
it's all
thanks to Jay Calnan.
Thank you.